Good afternoon. I'm trying to do another video here for the art auction open house. Go ahead and flip this in as I walk in the front door. I tried doing this a couple times earlier today and I got cut off both times. You can see the cutouts from our window decoration on the wall. But anyway, we have a lot of like 130 or 40 lots, I believe, in the art auction. A really neat mix of good stuff, interesting pieces. Love the Demijohn piece dated 1950. This really great abstract, big size, good size. But unfortunately, no signature, no marks on it at all. It came from the Levitt estate. Love this painting here. Clifford Silsby, I think, out of Paris. Great little painting. Love the Rita Blitt. I have several different, Kansas City pieces like the Philemon Bennett here in the lower right, but also pieces like this Eleanor Loudon Pigeon, oil painting. She's a Canadian artist. And then more Kansas City, Russell Easterwood. This is from the same consignor as the portrait and other works we sold in the last art auction. The client was so happy with the results from the first time, she decided to sell some more. Charles Banks Wilson, unusual in that it's a colored image. After the art auction, will be a Britain's collection going online, hopefully tomorrow, but probably on Monday. You can see the gallery here is full on both sides. Let's go this way. In the showcase, a couple of Woody Crumbos, the Flint Hills wood blocks, the herring, and then it's nice to have a Lou Merrick in the same auction as the Philemon Bennett. Some really nice pieces. A lot of interest in both of these right here. The one on the bottom is the Kim Casimir, nice Flint Hills scene, and then that's the Kent Herbert Tomlinson, 1920. Such a modern image from 1920. Of course, the Thomas Hart Benton pieces are doing well, getting a lot of attention. You see the size difference there. The one on the left is more of a standard production piece. The one on the right is probably a book plate or something along those lines, but it is signed by Thomas Hart Benton as well. Nice hand-colored portrait of an Indian chief, Abraxas. Some nice pieces here. Great paint, great picture here. We just, somebody asked us questions about this today or yesterday. The Paul Campanigro running deer. On the back, there's another signature by the artist, title, all kinds of really cool information about it. A couple of really good photographs in this auction. We'll talk about the other one just a little bit. Really nice Kickapoo Logan oil there. John Douglas Patrick, y'all might remember we sold his estate a couple of years ago. These two pieces and some figure studies, I'll show you in a second, were bought in those auctions, and that customer is now a client as they are moving, or have actually moved to Arizona, and has decided that those will not work down there, so they've decided to sell those. The Emilio Grau Sala piece here is a really kind of a nice painting from the 60s, and what's cool about this is that there's a note written on the back from Monsieur James K. Kemper Jr. from President Commerce Trust, Kansas City, Missouri, there was a date somewhere on this, I believe. Where am I missing that? Anyway, believe that the client was dating him back in the 60s, and that's when this piece is from. His works can bring a lot of money if you certain places hit right. So take some, if you're buying art to sell, interesting piece to look at. If you're buying art as an investment, another interesting piece to look at. If you're buying art just because you like it, it's a good size, interesting, and it's nice to find a piece that's 60 years old that looks really modern and contemporary. It really stands out in a collection long term. Another piece that would stand out, although we have no idea who did it, is this really interesting portrait of the man with the bowler hat. From the Levitt collection, we've sold a bunch of pieces for them over the last 6 months or so. We're getting down to the last of what we have. This, again, they were strong patrons of the arts here in Kansas City. No idea who this artist was. If you know, we'd love to find out, but just a neat piece. Another good, hard to find Benton, the football scene. Getting a lot of Chiefs references. Is that Mahomes making a pass, or is that Chris Jones getting ready to sack the quarterback? It depends on if you're offensive or defensive-minded guy or gal. Love this industrial painting from 1947 by Piper. Just a neat watercolor. Another important piece here by the Gartner, Carl Gartner. Really cool watercolor. See contemporary works. More Levitt pieces. Another one of the why am I drawing a blank? Christine McPhee. Several pieces by Christina McPhee in the auction. This is by far the largest, most impressive. Just a great, great landscape mountainside. Nice John Douglas Patrick drawing from a figure study. Again, it's from the same client, customer turned client. Love the Lester Gillette, came from a collection out in Topeka. There's a lot of good local watercolors. Nice Jack O'Hare here, Haystacks in the Field. Another Charles Banks Wilson, nice little lithograph, pencil signed. Dig that contemporary piece here. Some nice wood blocks. Todros Geller, well-known and respected Chicago area Jewish artist. There's several from him from a specific series. I've forgotten which series that is, but they're pretty good. Nice Diego Romero piece. Really like this antique piece here by Philip Edward Chilman. Just a really nice bucolic scene. Which when I was looking at the catalog the other night when I was down in Florida on vacation, and it's crazy how much this painting, this large piece here by Foster, that is very contemporary, and this 1920 painting by Tomlinson, saw how crazy similar they look in the catalog. When you see them in person, like, oh, this one's only like 8 by 10, and that one's 24 by 30, 48 or something like that, 30 by 40. And it's just crazy how different pieces look in person compared to online. If you can make it down, please do so. It gives everything such a different feel. More pieces from the Levitt collection. Nice Hamel watercolor of ducks or geese flying in formation. Got two of those Chimaevs. Ivan Chimaev prints here. Neat pieces. Some Native American. Love the George Dick. Western artist, love the Rams. His imagery he's known for. Just a good, strong image. Over this way, what's on the wall here? Oh, a couple of loose Easter woods here on the showcase. There's some more really cool stuff here, including these David Dunn pieces. All right, so you've got the portrait here of the woman, this flying tent over the earth, and then the figure study. We'll get to the other pieces in just a little bit. I'll talk to you more about that in just a second. The Mike Walsh from 2001 is a great, great piece right there. It's funny, Stacy and I and the boys were just in Florida, so it's kind of funny to see a painting of Florida in this auction. We were just there looking at scenes just like that all week long. Another Easter word. The watermelon is kind of iconic. Chagall. Houston, good, a lot of connections to Kansas City. You can see here we have some more Easter woods, more David Dunns. A lot, strong regionalist, has a bit of, Thomas Hart Benton. Wish we knew more about this guy. I'll bring him up a little bit more when we get to this big piece in the auction. Good Charles Capps, Mission. It's a serigraph. Beautiful watercolor right there of a couple of nude women by the stream, 1925. Nice contemporary piece. And here's a couple more of the John Douglas Patrick figure studies, all nicely framed. When our client bought these from us, they were loose. He framed them, put a nice plaque on this one, really displayed them prominently and handsomely, and they just look great. Love his work. Reminiscing about his auctions, the auctions we did for that estate today, actually, looking through the old results. That painting on top, that kind of modernist, cubist piece, No markings, signatures, labels, initials, anything on anywhere, but it's such a great looking image. So powerful, just a great look. And again, another I think it's another is Jack O'Hara. Nice watercolor. Kind of looks like a Cape Cod like image, like the the boat on the water. Love this piece, the woven wheat, the American Eagle. Now this is a great piece, the Yusuf portrait of Georgia O'Keeffe. This image sold at Sotheby's a couple of years ago with some more paperwork with it. But we feel it's the same printing, and theirs brought $10,000. This is a really good looking picture. It's just a beautifully rendered photograph. I mean, it's just wonderful. We added pictures of the back. There's line stamp. There's markings on it. Great piece. Another Patrick figure study. Another Jack O'Hara watercolors, more of a shore scene. Love this painting right here. He just has a Haitian, Haitian island Polynesian type look to it. The 3D pieces are interesting. Some good sculpture, some good pottery. Love the Rieger pieces here, selling these little groups of 3, probably maquettes of larger pieces that he did. Love that sculpture there. And then this is a pretty important piece. One artist did the Jorge Ledeva, I believe, did the ironwork and then the pottery. Before I just guess, I've got a catalog right here. I know it's early in the auction. Jorge Leva and Judge Schlegel. Very cool piece right there. And we're missing, there's a piece in the back yet, never made out. Couple of nice Kansas City watercolors. Fitzgibbon on top there, and then the Gail Stockwell on the bottom. Again, a lot of great Kansas City pieces. And then this is the one that's getting a lot of attention, the David Dunn. Again, you can see lots of influence from Thomas Hart Benton. We know that he was associated with Baker University. We found one little article about him from a few years ago. He was accepting something from the college, or they were accepting pieces of his. But we can find nothing about him online to consequence. What does that say there? That's a Jewish star on that. Star of David on the canteen. Just a really powerful, again, super strong image. And original frame, great size and scope. So again, a lot of wonderful art in this auction. If you have questions, send us a direct message. There's a link to the auction in the header here. I'll put another one in the comments. Just really wonderful prints, photography, paintings, portraits, sculpture, all kinds of just wonderful art that we're really excited about. And we know that you should be as well. And if you have questions, please give us a call, 816-283-3633. Drop us an email at info@kcauctioncompany.com. You're always supposed to comment below, or you can send us a direct message here on Facebook anytime you want to. And I just love walking down this way when I have paintings and artworks lined up here from different levels that you can see at one time. It's been 2.5 years I've been in this building and still love it every day. We're so happy we found this space, and it's working out for us as well as we could ever hope. All right, folks, hope you have a great weekend. Hope the beginning of 2023 has been filled with joy and blessings. And unless there are any questions, if not, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.